Welcome to Casa-dos, our very first episode. My name is Eduardo, aka Cumbia, and this is La Dueña de mis quincenas, la más hermosa preciosa, mi esposa Xochi.
Hello, guys, and welcome to a new episode.
You mean the first episode?
Oh, yes, new episode.
All right, perfect. So, what are we going to be talking to about on our very first episode?
Well, how we started, why we started, and
Which are the two times? Oh,
why we started this, and who we are, and why we named it what we named it.
all right. Sounds good. So, do you want to take the start or should I?
Go for it.
All right. I was in high school. I was in... what class was it? I think it was world history. But we were doing... I know for a fact we were in the computer lab on the second floor. Anybody who went to Count back. Woo. But yeah, so we're in the second floor on the newer buildings. And I remember I got a friend request. And I looked at my phone and I was like... Oh, ¿y esa nalgona con el pelo puffy? ¿Quién será? Ah, why are you laughing? Es cierto. Hey, I can't lie. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Anywho, so I'm like, oh, Xochi, Reese. I'm like, no mutual friends whatsoever.
Yes, we did actually have mutual friends. Yes, we did.
Who?
Yes.
Not on Facebook. Nobody. Because I was like, who is this? And then I'm like,
Didn't you have like Fatima in them?
no. But no, we didn't have, no, because nobody came up as a mutual. And she told me to start the story, ladies and gentlemen. She's already correcting my story. What? She can tell her story if she likes next. All right.
Yes, please.
So, all right. So, anyways, for my experience, there was no mutual friends whatsoever. Plus, this girl lived out in Buckeye, Arizona. For people who aren't from Phoenix or from Arizona, is like a newer community west of Phoenix, hella west, donde no visita a Dios. Y pues yo no conocía gente para allá. Yo ni carro tenía en ese tiempo. So I'm like, and no mutual friends. But I'm like, she's pretty cute. But I'm like, in my opinion, I'm like, this is a fake account. I'm getting catfish, but let's go swim, you know? And then, so like, I accepted it. And then I sent her a message right away, right? Mm-hmm. And I was like, hey, do I know you? And then she was like, no, but we can get to know each other, something like that.
No, I said, no, we don't. And then you said, well, we could be friends or we could get to know each other or something.
Yeah, I was dropping game. What's up? And then, anywho, so I was like, message this girl, and we started talking poco a poquito, then a lot, then nonstop, all day, all night, talking on the phone. And then, well, should I keep going, or do you want me to stop there and you go now with how you interpreted it?
Of course.
All right.
So, we were in high school, like you said. What was it, sophomore?
Well, I was a junior.
So then because you graduated first.
Yeah, I did graduate, but I wasn't a senior, or was I a senior already?
Oh.
That's what I'm trying to...
No, you were junior.
I was junior, yeah, because...
Yeah, and I was the sophomore.
Yeah, you're right.
Because then I moved here for...
Junior,
No, you were senior, I was junior.
Junior, yep.
Yeah.
There you go. Asalté la cuna.
Asalta cunas. So yeah, we were in high school. I remember I was sitting with my friend and in history class, and I told her I had added somebody on Facebook that I thought it was somebody else.
You thought I was somebody else?
Yes, I did. And then I went through his pictures and I was like, oh, you know what? No, it's not him. I'll just leave it like that. And then he ended up messaging me on Messenger. Yes. And then he just said, let's get, do I know you? And then I'm like, no, I was embarrassed. I didn't tell you, right? I thought you were somebody else.
No, you didn't know. You told me that way after, I believe.
Sí, so. No te dije nada de eso.
Yeah, man, she lies to me. A relationship built on lies, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
Strong, though. Strong.
Shut up. Not even. So yeah, and then we ended up talking, and then it became more serious, and then Thanks to my cousin, Melissa. Shout out.
Whoop, whoop.
She's the one that took me to meet him. And yes, finally we met in person. And then it was at a party.
Are we going to say? Okay, so we can't say then. So it was at a party. It was at my friend's Pollo's party. Shout out to Pollo. If you need a car, hit him up. But yeah, it was his apartment. And but this is the thing. When she was pulling up, right? Because I was texting her. I was like, yeah, we out here.
He was drunk.
I was not
out of his
drunk.
ass.
I was not drunk.
You were drunk.
I was
Eduardo.
not drunk. I was drinking.
You were drunk.
I was drinking.
I could tell you were drunk.
I was drinking.
Okay.
I was not drunk yet. But anywho, so I'm texting her like, pull up. We out here. We got them drinks. We got that music. We got that place out on Camelback. And what was it? Camelback and 16th Street?
I don't know.
Around where like that Chick-fil-A's at. By the dealerships. Anywho. But yeah, so she pulls up. And then when she pulls up, they get off, right? And it's her and her cousin. And her cousin's like, oh, hell no. She started like, no, vámonos, Sochi, vámonos. No, no. And I'm like, what? I'm like, Melissa. Because we and Melissa knew each other from kicking it and drinking it with my friends, which is Fatima and them. But they ended up being families with them because I was their cousin. That's how I met Melissa. And then I'm like, ended up knowing like a bunch of like her family on one side. I'm like, oh, wait, we're not complete strangers. But yeah, so we came in.
And I felt weird. I'm not gonna lie.
It was
because I'm like, how do you know them? Like, did anything happen? Like, I didn't want to be. She thought
me and Melissa had been thing. I was like, nah, she's way older than me.
No, and not just that. It was just like a thing that I felt like, okay, you know them. Is there a reason why you know them? Like, other than kicking it, So, but no, everything was cool. We had fun.
Tóxica desde el principio.
So we had fun, and other than that, so that's how we met. And then, we ended up obviously staying until.
We kept dating. And the thing is, she was still living in Buckeye at the moment.
Yeah.
So, and I lived on the way other side of town. I lived in another city, basically. She lived in Buckeye. I lived in Phoenix. I didn't have a car. We're still in high school. So it's like, it was kind of like a long distance kind of thing, you could kind of say. But, we would talk every day and we hung out and it was mostly because of her cousin Melissa, to be honest. Shout out to Melissa. Es la madrina del podcast. But anyway.
Yeah, every time we got to see each other, era porque ella me llevaba o porque ella hacía like, she's like, hey, vamos pa acá. And then we ended up meeting up or something. And yeah.
And then it was, ¿cuándo fue? And then you were saying like you were thinking about your senior year, you were gonna move, or no.
Senior year, I had the option a quedarme allá en Buckeye with my tía to finish up and graduating, and then moving with my parents back here in Phoenix,
which was still technically far from where I lived because she moved to over here by Desert Sky Mall, which if you're not from here. It's the ghetto.
Now it's the ghetto. Back then it wasn't that bad.
No, actually it wasn't that bad.
Now,
back
yes,
then
you hear everything happening around here.
Por todos lados.
Yes.
Los perritos se pierden. El elotero ya no sale.
Ay, sí.
No es cierto. El elotero anda.
Que se ve.
Es el único que se arriesga en estos días a andar en su carrito electrónico ahora vendiendo elotes.
Yeah, for sure.
But anywho, they're very good. Shout out to eloteros everywhere. You're the ones.
So anyways, and I ended up not staying in Buckeye.
Thank God.
Me moví pa acá, and then obviously we're closer, but he still had to take buses, right, babe?
2 buses, ladies and gentlemen. I used to take 2 buses to come see my
Because we didn't drive, we didn't have a car, anything. Yeah. My mom's like, hazle como puedan, like, we're not. You guys
gonna date, you gonna figure it out yourselves.
Yeah.
Si hay amor, hay manera. Y manera hubo. Que era Valley Metro.
Oh my God.
2 camiones. Me tomaba el camión. No, y a veces ni eran 2. Porque ya me venía bien noche and I would just get the one bus that went from from 75th Avenue all the way to 24th Street and McDowell. And then I would still walk from McDowell down to Roosevelt to my house.
And then,
at midnight.
So all that. And then ended up, we graduated. I graduated in 2012. In May, we ended up getting married in July. In July, we ended up getting married. And then July 28th, I still remember.
Yes.
And then
I never forget.
And then so we ended up getting married.
Why? Follow us on Patreon.
Oh my God, stop. And then so nos casamos en julio 28 del 2012. And then
it was a beautiful party. We had the banda.
Thanks to my parents.
Yes.
Because we were only 18, guys. Only 18.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, we were only 18.
Freshly turned 18.
Yeah.
Barely legal, you know.
And yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. But yeah, and we got the Hyatt. That was a special place.
Yes, and then we left the party early. I still regret that moment only because he could have just gone checked in, and we could have still stayed at the party, enjoyed the banda, everything, because everything was.
Shout out to El Cora.
Yes.
Don't forget El Padrino El Cora.
Plaza El Cora.
Plaza El Cora.
And then, pues sí, ahí estaban todos a gusto y nosotros ya a la carrera nos fuimos al Hyatt Hotel.
Bien Hyatt.
And then, pues sí, ahí nos quedamos. Anyways, so...
but you know who really enjoyed our wedding? Your father and my cousin Gabriel. Because apparently your dad grabbed the banda for another 2 hours. They were drinking till 4 a.m. And my cousin was like, I ain't leaving. My cousin got married. Shout out to Gabriel.
Yeah, so it was fun, guys. I mean, it was pretty cool.
It was very cool.
And then, well, anyway, fast forward.
No fast forward.
Sadly, we separated and we got divorced. A year later.
Oh wait, no, that's the wrong one. Just kidding.
A year later. Less than a year later, actually. It was gonna be a week before the year.
Yeah, a week. Yeah.
And we ended up separating. Got divorced.
Me corrió.
And that had my reason, guys. We have our reasons.
Yeah.
And
nos peleamos, pero no sabíamos cómo arreglar el rollo todavía. Estamos morrillos los dos, and we're like.
Well, that's another story, babe, because that's a lot of info.
Yeah, that's for another episode.
Yeah, so we ended up getting divorced, and then we did our own thing for a while, for 5 years. 5 years. 5
years, fully divorced. Like people don't believe it. Like we went to the court. We signed the papers. Here in Arizona, when you get divorced, you have to go through mitigation. How do you say
mediation?
Or mediation? Yeah, like basically, the couple goes to like a.
It's like a counselor.
A counselor. There
it's like a counselor at the court. You go, you file your papers. The day that you're gonna sign, you go, and then the counselor's right there. He wants to make sure you guys could fix things.
Is there really no fixing? Like,
yeah.
And the funny thing is, well, again, that's for another day. But the counselor even asked us that. They like, are you sure you guys getting divorced? Really? We're like, yeah. But again, we'll go into that story.
Yeah. If you guys want to know more, let us know. We'll talk more into details of.
We'll spill the beans. El café.
So yes, and then pues ya después 5 years later, we're here again. So this is the reason why we're saying this is because of our title. Casa-dos.
Because this is the only podcast that has a 2-in-1 record. 2 marriages, 1 divorce. Oh.
Yes. To the same person.
Yeah.
So our title, obviously.
Within the U.S.
Como ven, is Casa-dos because twice.
Casa-dos. Dos veces. Doblemente matrimoniados.
Yes. And
shout out to our who were witnesses the second time? Nikki and Noah and
my friend Clarissa.
I was about to say you gonna forget Clarissa's name.
I was like,
no.
It's Clarissa.
Clarissa Jenkins, not the one from 98.3 though.
Yeah, she's still a good friend. So
shout out to Clarissa.
And then so yeah, pretty much that's the reason of our title for the podcast.
And now, but you make it sound like, oh, we were separated for 5 years and, we got remarried and now we're doing a podcast. We've been married already for how many years, baby?
4.
You saw the she's like,
I was going to say 3. I was going to say 3.
I know you were going to say, no, but it's 4.
It's been 4 years
4 years married now. So
we broke the record.
We broke the record by 3 years now.
Yes.
And if we make it to the 5th year now, we're going to be married just as long as we were separated.
Yes.
So stay tuned. Wish us luck. And if we're still there, 1 million subscribers, we're going to go, what are we going to do? Skydive? I'm down. I would still be down to skydive.
And then, so if you guys ever want to see a tattoo that Edward has in regarding, like, que se trata de nuestro
matrimonio, nuestra...
que no funcionó y el que sí está funcionando, watch this video and we'll show you guys.
We definitely will.
So yeah, and what else, babe?
Well, we've had ups and downs and ups.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's
never
not easy. It's not easy. We're still here.
It's not easy being a big pimpin', huh, baby?
And so yeah, and the reason why we wanted to start the podcast was because
everybody's doing it. We just want to be part of it. No, I'm just kidding. No es cierto.
Part of it.
Oh, yeah, part of it.
Yeah, like a hobby.
It's a hobby. Yeah, it's a great hobby. And like I've told her, it's a great thing to like leave memories.
Yes.
Because, si ustedes nos quieren ver, no hay pedo, no nos vean. A rato nuestros hijos nos van a ver. Or tampoco. They'll be like, I don't want to watch your stupid YouTube there.
Yeah. And by the way, guys, we don't have kids yet.
We have 3 dogs. That's it.
Yes.
Neto, Pamfira, and Tyson. 2 Whedons and a poodle.
Yes, standard puro.
Standard puro, 100%.
Remember.
Verificado, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Verificado. DNA test. We went to Murray. None of us had to run outside because he was 100% pure.
Yes, for sure. And then, and also we're home all day. We work from home.
Both of us, yep.
So
we're both together nonstop. So, a lot of people in the pandemic they started working from home and they got divorced because they're like, I can't stand this person.
But I understand them. I see why. It's not easy. It's not easy being somebody green. You're working with somebody and you see them every day, all day.
Pero mira mi carita, estoy bien bonito. Zoom in. Producción.
So yeah, but yeah, other than that, that's why we're starting this, and this is why
we're going to be talking about our chisme. We're also going to be talking about other stuff, relationships.
We're going to have people, family members that are going to come up on
guests. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff. I have so many things in my head going on. Shout out to everybody. I forgot what I was going to say. I sound like Theo Vaughn a little bit.
Share this podcast.
Like, subscribe, leave a comment.
Actually, let's tell them the podcast is going to be on the Spotify too.
Oh, yeah. And we're going to be, so if you're watching on YouTube, thank you. We appreciate it. But if you don't want to, see our pretty faces, you can always go see us or listen to us on Spotify. Also, I'm going to try it on the Apple Podcast and anywhere else. I'm actually going to be using the Anchor app to do the distribution of it. I will figure it out, it's not that hard. Está YouTube. Yo hablo inglés. Yo puedo I speak it English, My firmes is the United States. Pero pues sí, aquí andamos. Le vamos a dar muchas ganas. If you have questions for us, we're going to put an email. We actually have an email, so you'll see it. Maybe pop up somewhere on the screen. Maybe not, because I don't know how to edit that good yet. But hey, being honest, this podcast is all about honesty.
Yeah, for sure.
Love, relationships, cooking, dog treatments. You ever had a cuñada with big feet? Shout out to Big Feet. What's up? Producción.
But yeah, that's cool, man.
But yeah, thank you so much, guys, for listening to us.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, guys. And we'll keep you guys posted.
We're going to try to upload every week, once a week.
At least once a week, for sure.
We're going to be uploading so much, you guys are going to be annoyed of us. When I say, todo es otra vez el gordito. Y se les va a acabar el gordito, though, too, because we're also going to be sharing our weight loss journey.
Yes, for sure.
Ya me cansé de cansarme. Nomás por respirar.
I know. But yeah, for sure. So, again, thank you guys. Gracias por escucharnos, vernos, y apoyarnos.
And if you like everything I say, tell my wife. She tends to say I say a lot of dumb stuff. But it makes her laugh. And I like to see her smile because her eyes smile. Look at that. Look at that beautiful. Ah, que chula. Ow. Again, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. If it's a hating comment, I will reply and we will get into it, okay? For now. But once there's like 1,000 comments, tampoco no me va a hacer tanto el pedo.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, stay tuned, guys. And thank you again for listening, watching us, and see you next time.
Thank you so much. This has been Casa-dos, Episode 1, Phantom Force. Bye. Bye, everybody.